Hello, I'm Camila Guare with the news. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, 2026 budget set for tomorrow, calls to share benefits equally, and Hunter's train-on squad announced. In providing an insight into the 2026 budget to be delivered on Tuesday, 25th November 2025, Prime Minister James Marape said for the first time the 2026 budget will pass the 30 billion kina mark. He says 88% of this budget will be funded from domestic revenue, achieved without raising taxes.
To be delivered on Tuesday by Treasurer Ian Stuckey, the Prime Minister said the budget will maintain the government's steady fiscal direction, strengthen essential services and reinforce the long-term development priorities under MTDP4 and the National Reset PNG at 50 program. The Prime Minister added that the budget is fully aligned with the government's 13-year budget repair plan, which lays out a clear pathway to reduce debt, strengthen revenue and restore long-term fiscal stability. He added that the government's debt reduction program is tracking on target. The Prime Minister said his government is set to record one of the smallest deficits in the nation's recent history, bringing the country much closer to a balanced budget by 2027. Marape emphasized that this year's budget is not aimed at dramatic shifts or surprises, but rather consolidation gains made over the past 5 years while responsibly managing inflation and supporting frontline services. The recurrent expenditures will be prioritized towards core services in 2026, ensuring salaries, goods and services are fully supported for key priority areas. He also confirmed that the GST relief on essential household items introduced last year will continue to the end of 2026. The 2026 development budget will continue to drive key areas that unlock growth, improve services and connect communities. The Prime Minister emphasized that agriculture will again feature strongly. Prime Minister James Marape said the 2026 budget is the first full financial instrument of the post-PNG at 50 era and sets the tone for the nation's next development chapter. He urged all government agencies and sub-national authorities to work collaboratively, deliver results, and ensure that funding translates into visible improvements in services and infrastructure. Ruth Rungula, TVWAN News.
Benefits need to be equally shared between the 10 districts of Morobe Province. Bulolo MP and Vice Minister for Mining, Sam Basil Jr., appealed to the newly elected Morobe Governor, Rainbow Paita, to ensure that the length and breadth of the province is taken into consideration when making decisions. Morobe has the largest landmass in the country and the highest number of districts in Ley, Huon Gulf, Nawai, Makam, Finchafen, Bulolo, Minyama, Wawaria, Kabum, and Tewaisiasi. During the November 13th Tutumang special meeting, after the election of the new governor, Bulolo MP and Vice Minister for Mining, Sam Basil Jr., expressed frustration that many of the rural districts continue to show signs of neglect.
No retreat, no surrender. No Algeri man style. Lima lose the flow ito. Kita itu pun langsung digamkan, kami finishing the flow. Lose or win, kami walking the flow. Ito no more mas mungkin Muslim. Lima naman dos prevention miktian. Itu prafis kaman. Service no sago good. No form la kona no more benda. Ini to east na west. Muslim satu. So tomorrow go seven. Benefit sharing or something mas equal.
Basil Jr. emphasized that the main reason behind his intention to run for governor was the need to fix the badly deteriorated Wau-Bulolo Highway, a key economic lifeline for the province.
Fix the road. If the government can do it, you do it now. You promote you must begin. Walking sa road, alima, walking sa road. Mito to ko na milas. Petition to them, dapat mas. Walking sa road tomorrow, alima. Thank you na God bless you.
Meantime, the Bulolo MP's concern was raised in Parliament by Governor Paita on Tuesday, November 18, 2025. Southern Highlands Governor William Powie has expressed grave concern at an internal directive of the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary dated 19 November 2025 and subsequent media reports announcing the replacement of Acting Superintendent Epines Nili as Provincial Police Commander for Southern Highlands Province. Under the directive, Chief Inspector Mas Tuman is to assume command as PPC for Southern Highlands, while Superintendent Nili is reassigned as Staff Officer.
Governor Powie says Southern Islands provincial government was not consulted prior to these decisions and only became aware of them when they appeared on media. He described this as a serious breakdown of courtesy and cooperation between the national government and a duly elected sub-national government operating under the organic law on provincial and local level governments. The governor paid tribute to Superintendent Nili as a high-performing law enforcement commander who has overseen a significant turnaround in law and order since assuming the PPC role almost a year ago. During this period, he said the Southern Islands provincial government has invested in new vehicles and logistics for police, supported community-based initiatives, and backed the recruitment of 350 police reservists to extend police presence at the grassroots across the province. Powie said these all happened because of the good working relationship Superintendent Nili had with the provincial government, restoring confidence and bringing discipline back into the province. Governor Powie reiterated his earlier public statements that elections and policing must remain above partisan politics, noting that in the recent Nipa Kutubu local level government elections, Superintendent Nili raised legitimate concerns about serious discrepancies in the electoral roll, including missing names, duplicate and false entries, and voters placed in the wrong words. While fully respecting the constitutional independence of the Royal PNG Constabulary in its operations, the governor stressed that this independence does not mean decisions can be imposed over the heads of provincial institutions that carry day-to-day responsibility for governance and service delivery. The Southern Islands provincial government therefore called on the police minister, the police commissioner and the national government to immediately review and suspend implementation of the directive until proper consultations are held with the provincial government and relevant provincial stakeholders. Ruth Rungula, TV1 News.
The Royal Australian Air Force has assisted the government of Papua New Guinea to repatriate tertiary students from the University of Goroka and Sonoma Adventist College to Lae and other provinces following the recent unrest. Between 16th and 20th November, the Australian Defence Force provided a total of 7 flights between Lae, Rabaul, Wewak and Kimbe on the ADF C-27J Spartan aircraft. The RAAF moved about 200 students on those 7 flights. RAAF Squadron Leader Rod Geisler, Acting Staff Officer Grade 1 Air with the Defence Cooperation Programme, oversaw the activity. The repatriation was at the request of the PNG government. The National Airports Corporation has reached yet another milestone today, signing 2 contracts for the upgrade of 2 rural airstrip projects under the Civil Aviation Development Investment Project 2 in Port Moresby.
Hayfield Airstrip in Maprik District of East Sepik and Jackanot Bay Airstrip in Pomio District of East New Britain Province are the first 2 pilot projects out of the 4 rural airstrips listed for improvement under CADIP 2 by NAC through the Department of Transport. The Asian Development Bank or NDB through the PNG government has supported NAC to run these projects. Hayfield Airstrip will be upgraded at a cost of 9.8 million kina including GST, while Jackanot Airstrip will be upgraded at a cost of almost 10 million kina including GST. Pomio MP Elias Kapavore said the Jackanot airstrip was established by the Australian Army in the 1940s. Since then, the airstrip has been maintained by the district through community initiative. With the upgrade, it will boost access to bigger aircraft, bringing in much-needed services to the people of Pomio.
In 1945-44, during the World Wars by the Australian Army, that's about 80 years ago. And all this time it was maintained by the district. We signed an agreement in 2017 to 2018. We have 7 districts, 7 airstrips in the district, 7 airstrips, and Jackanot base, the one within the station.
Maprik MP Libet Capris also expressed how the upgrading of the Hayfield airstrip will serve the people of Maprik and the neighboring districts in East Sepik, creating investment opportunity and increased mobility.
It's also the cornerstone of the Marabe Rosso government's Connect PNG policy. It demonstrates that our nation's prosperity depends on high-level standard infrastructures to connect our people in remote areas so that they can have access to essential services.
Yangru Sausia MP Richard Maru said Hayfield airstrip, once upgraded, will serve 5 districts, making it accessible for these communities because currently it takes them hours to travel to Wewak Airport.
Maprik is the best decision because it's going to be the most economically viable airport. Why do I say that? It's not landlocked like the others that you are going to upgrade. It's going to save 5 districts. The only airport that will serve 5 districts at one time. And my people of Yangru Sausia will now only take half an hour to go and get to the airport instead of 2 hours to Wewak. So we're extremely grateful, and I want to say thank you to all of you.
Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
This is TV1 News. After the break, 2025 RPNGC recruit exercise completed and Medang Tech signs MOA for Bahasa lessons.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Prime PNG made.
We've been traveling along this road together for over 50 years. Ella Motors acknowledges the visionaries and hard work that have been the driving strength to continued nation building. We live, prosper, sustainably grow with the community, whilst developing quality mobility chains, aspiring to be your first choice on every occasion. Ella Motors, celebrating with Papua New Guinea throughout our independence golden jubilee.
P&G's favorite soft drink now in bottles. Goldspot brings you fresh, bold flavors in brand new 500ml bottles. Taste the rainbow. More freshness, more flavor, more fun. Lime, orange, raspberry, and pineapple. Proudly made in P&G. Proudly Goldspot.
Show the dishes who's boss. Fight mess with Axion, the tough grease stripper. 100% effective at doing the dirty work. The triple active power breaks down tough grease, and its antibacterial formula leaves dishes squeaky clean. Get tough on grease. Get Axion.
Long year 2024, 7 pla baby I born one time HIV. HIV I can go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama I get HIV, long time long carrying baby, na time baby I susu. Tasol yumi can help him bel mama, long look out him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bel mama clinic, na kiss him antenatal check. Time yumi pan him sick HIV area, or time bel mama I positive penis, early treatment I can save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV I go long baby. This lutok sawa I come long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Isak Pitbull Cruz. Ferocious, fierce, all bite. Get out of the way! Lamont the Reaper Roach. Patient, precise. And this one is over! This isn't a battle, it's a war. This is war! Plus, champions collide as Laura faces Johnny back in a battle for all the belts. This is war!
Pitbull versus Roach. Live December 7th on Fight Sports.
Welcome back. 5 people have died in election-related incidents in Western Highlands Province, including 2 females and a grade 12 male student. The Highlands Police Command, in an incident brief, confirmed the incident as investigations begin to identify suspects. According to the police brief, the incident occurred following the declaration of David Anis as the duly elected councillor of Kitiga Ward 24 in the Hagen Rural LG. The deceased include Luke Poos and Anis Nentepa in the initial attack on Thursday, November 20th, and Tabitha Thomas, Charles Thomas, and Josepha Nguyen in arson as the violence escalated on Friday, 21st November. Tabitha and Thomas are siblings from the area, while Josepha was from a mixed parentage of Australia, Manus, and East Sepik. They were trapped inside the house when it was set on fire and died. Tensions are high and all suspects are still at large. The Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary has completed its second batch of recruitment in the Highlands and New Guinea Islands regions, concluding police recruitment for the year 2025. This year's recruitment involved strict screening in consultation with government institutions to ensure application documents like certificates were not fake. Given the high number of applicants, the applications were separated into 2 batches. The first batch, consisting of recruits from the Southern and Momase regions, is currently undergoing police training at the National Center of Excellence in Bomana, while the second batch from the Highlands and New Guinea Islands regions will go in for training early next year. A total of 2,267 candidates were shortlisted from the Highlands and NGI regions for interview. From this, 1,754 were from the Highlands region and 513 were shortlisted from the NGI region. As part of the constabulary's effort to improve the recruitment process, the constabulary has done away with hard copy applications and accepts online applications only. An online recruitment portal system is now being used for the recruitment process. The recruitment team has worked in close consultation and collaboration with key government and educational institutions like the Measurement Service Unit to verify grades 10 and 12 certificates, the NID and Civil Registry for National Identification Cards and Birth Certificate Verification, and all university upgrading and FOD centers to verify all upgraded transcripts. This corrected the issue of having applicants come in with fake documents. Candidates with fake documents were warned and eliminated on the spot. For those who are interested and those who were ruled out in this recruitment drive, be advised that the Royal PNG Constabulary recruitment will have a call-out in December 2025. Medang Technical College has signed a memorandum of agreement with the government of Indonesia to teach Bahasa Indonesia at the school next year. In a small ceremony at the Medang Technical College Administration Grounds, Principal Marcus Waymea signed the documents with Adriana Supandi, the ambassador of the Republic of Indonesia to PNG and Solomon Islands based in Port Moresby.
This partnership will pave a way forward in promoting language and cultural exchange within region, whilst enhancing student learning and international exposure. According to Supandi, this also means a stronger educational bridge between Indonesia and Papua New Guinea. He further added that there have been many recent developments between these two countries in bilateral relations, and this event amplifies and further strengthens the ties. Significant progress has been made with the PNG government in the areas of politics, defense cooperation, intelligence support, economic development, social culture, and education in the last several years.
In recent years, our partnership has grown stronger, supported by high-level engagement and a shared vision to advance cooperation across various sectors. Indonesia and PNG continue to strengthen collaboration in trade, economic development, border cooperation, investment, and education. These efforts aim to create more opportunities for communities in both regions.
Furthermore, Supandi stated that Indonesia's scholarship program, both short-term training and full degree scholarships, continues to increase annually, attracting more Papua New Guinean students to pursue further studies and professional development in Indonesia. These programs are part of the Embassy's long-term commitments to support human resources development in PNG. It is in this aspect that the Embassy is now calling on students in Madang Technical College and other college or universities to seek these educational opportunities.
To the student of Madang Technical College, I encourage you to take this opportunity seriously. Learning Bahasa Indonesia will open your academic pathways, create professional advantages, and connect you to one of the largest communities in our region. You are the future, and this program is designed to help you to take confident steps forward. I look forward to seeing this partnership flourish and contribute to the wider cooperation between Indonesia and Papua New Guinea.
Acting Provincial Education Advisor Alphonse Igag embraced this partnership and acknowledged how it will provide more opportunities for students.
It is high time that Madang also embraces this opportunity and also create a pathway for our students who really do not have a lot of opportunities in this country. Being on the other side of the border, we have seen our struggles. The language that will be taught here will also pave the way for our students, especially in the technical area, to broaden the skills and knowledge on the other side.
Madang Technical College Principal Mr. Wimia stated that this opportunity will not be only for students but will be open to those interested to study the Bahasa Indonesian language. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
Over 10,000 Anglican faithfuls gathered at Simbai Station on Wednesday, November 19, 2025, for the church's centennial celebrations. The celebration was hosted by Melanesian Brotherhood mission workers from Solomon Islands, Northern Province, Jiwaka, and remote regions of Middle Ramu, as well as nearby Gama Elegy in Usino Bundi District. Provincial member and Governor for Madang, Ramsey Pariwa, provided 100,000 kina financial assistance to celebrate the 100-year centennial. BSP Life, a subsidiary of BSP Financial Group, today launched its individual endowment insurance product, BSP Wantok Sumatin, targeting school children and combines survival benefits, bonus, and life protection. Parents can insure children as young as 5 years old.
This is BSP's newest product under BSP Life PNG and complements One Talk Delight, another of BSP Life products, which is more lifestyle focused, targeting short-term goals with payouts every 3 years. Wantok Sumatin, according to country manager Nelson Singh, is for legacy, covering education and long-term success of student insurers.
School fees continue to be one of the biggest financial pressures for every Papua New Guinean. People fundraise, they borrow, they react rather than they plan. We knew we had to provide a solution with our purpose, championing prosperity for the South Pacific. And prosperity begins with education. We asked ourselves, how do we help parents plan 10 years ahead? How do we guarantee a child's education even if the parent isn't there to see it? How do we make long-term planning affordable? The answer is Wantok Sumatin. Wantok Sumatin does more than just ensure our life. It supports national development.
Singh further explained other benefits apart from education.
As an insurer, we are here to protect you, but we also want you to live a long, fulfilling life. We can reduce the number of deaths if you make a change today. We must be more physically active. We must reduce the consumption of alcohol, tobacco, and betel nut, and we must commit to a healthy lifestyle. We want to pay you your maturity benefit so you can enjoy your retirement and not pay a death benefit because NCDs took you too early. But because life is unpredictable, we must also plan for the unexpected. When the unthinkable happens, families are often left vulnerable. Loans go unpaid, savings disappear, children leave school. The Wantok system is the heart of PNG's culture, but it cannot carry every financial burden. This is the gap Wantok Sumatin has been designed to fulfill.
Chairman of BSP Life, Rabi Namalu Jr., also celebrated in this milestone product launch.
Wantok Sumatin is designed not only as merely a financial instrument, but as a promise of protection, of security, of peace of mind for parents when it comes to their children and family. With features such as the 20% cashback of sum insured in the final 5 years of the policy term, Wantok Sumatin offers the financial opportunity for parents to secure their children's education in the next 15, 20, or 25 years.
To celebrate the entry of this new product to the market, BSP Life will launch a special promotion that will run for the next 3 months. Buyers of Wantok Sumatin policy could win 1,000 kina in cash in the months of December, January, and February. Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
And now a look at the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2365 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2290, $0.3519 Australian dollars, $0.1909 euro, and 35.56 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold and copper closed higher, coffee, cocoa, copra, and crude oil closed lower, and palm oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. TV1 News continues when we return. Stay with us.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's Wantok Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with BSP's Wantok Wallet. BSP's Wantok Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
From the rich soils of the highlands, the finest coffee has been grown by generations of Papua New Guineans. Expertly blended and roasted with over 80 years of experience, making the finest cup of Nescafe New Guinea blend. PNG's own coffee.
Hi, with the help of Palmolive Naturals shampoo and conditioner, with these 3 quick and easy tips, I'm going to show you that more natural, beautiful hair is achievable. Step 1, massage your scalp during washing with shampoo. Step 2, apply conditioner to the tips of your hair. Step 3, gently towel dry your hair. There you have it. For natural, beautiful hair, use Palmolive Natural shampoo and conditioner. Have a great hair day.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Enjoying life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Hot and talk, young or old, a scale race, family meal we're told. We'll bring out the smiles, cause it's our favorite one minds. Send it, see, call, let's get right, don't scare, scare price. Send it, see, call, let's get right, don't scare, scare price. Amber, you like it?
Meet YumiPay, your digital wallet from TISA Bank. Your gateway to seamless transactions. Withdraw cash anytime at your nearest TISA agent. Send money to family and friends anytime, anywhere. Top up and pay with just a scan. From taxis to coffee and small businesses, YumiPay makes every payment simple. YumiPay, powered by TISA Bank.
It's NFL season on ESPN.
Energy, energy, energy.
You know what that means. Friday, busy.
What a start.
Monday, locked off all day.
This place absolutely buzzing.
Tuesday, sorry, got plans.
Wide open, touchdown.
It's that toe-tapping, pick-sixing, game-winning drive time of year.
Wow, what a catch.
So clear your calendar. The NFL is on ESPN.
Thanks for staying with us. Turning abroad, a warning. This next story contains details of physical and sexual violence. On average, a woman is killed at the hands of her partner every single week in Australia. But Papua New Guinea is dealing with even darker statistics. Rates of gender-based violence have more than tripled over the past 40 years, and it's estimated more than $600 million or 1.6 billion kina will be needed to turn those rates around.
For 7 years, Fiona has endured horrific violence at the hands of her partner. For safety reasons, she's not using her real name.
He keeps weapons nearby, a long machete, rubber hose and belt. If we don't have sex, he hits me. If I refuse sex, he hits me.
Poverty and his controlling behaviour trapped her in the relationship.
He would lock the door so I couldn't get out. My face, my nose would be broken.
But like dozens of other victims, she's found safety at this women's shelter in Port Moresby.
We don't have budget, we don't have resources, but at least we can provide you something.
A PNG government study found reports of gender-based violence have increased by 210% in the past 4 decades. And 64% of women experience intimate partner violence, more than double the global average.
The escalation of violence is going like 100 steps ahead of us.
I hear many cases every week about gender-based violence.
Those on the front line say services are overwhelmed and lack coordination.
One example is the Family and Sexual Violence Unit, which sits within the PNG Police Force. Its annual budget is just $100,000 for the entire country.
PNG's National Cabinet is reviewing a new 10-year strategy aimed at tackling gender-based violence, which will cost $65 million annually. Key reforms include bolstering police, building more safe houses, programs for perpetrators, and better coordination of funding.
If we put all the funding together through the GBV Secretariat, then they will monitor it and make sure that it's having impact.
We want the budget to be permanent.
For victims like Fiona, lives are at stake.
Residents in the Northern Territory are assessing damage from Cyclone Fiona, which passed just north of Darwin as a Category 3 system last night. Winds reached 140 kilometers per hour and 19,500 homes lost power. The State Emergency Service is clearing debris and reopening roads, and Darwin Airport has resumed operations.
Traffic lights down, boats stranded and chainsaws firing up.
Just be safe and don't panic.
Darwin wakes to the damage bill left by Tropical Cyclone Fiona.
Just got here and having a look around, and obviously we took a bit of a hit, same as Darwin everywhere.
Darwin Harbour, host to numerous smashed and sunken boats.
True Territorian valet parking, I suppose, eh?
And damage to Stokes Hill Wharf. This Territorian lucky to find his vessel still afloat.
Seems to be the only boat that's survived. Everything else seems to be on the rocks here.
Some still opting to open shop and get on with business.
We do things a bit different in Darwin. I still, even though it was a Category 3 and the trees were uprooted and, bending over and all the rest of it, it was just, something of a bit of a big blow.
For some of the thousands left without mains power, generators provide for the essentials.
So we could run the lights and fans, fridge and freezer, and of course the cricket yesterday on the TV, priority.
After 25 years in Darwin, this northern suburbs family was prepared for Fina's onslaught, but still shocked by her force.
Yeah, it was very loud. I was surprised the noise, like you got rain noise but the wind.
Travellers delayed, waiting outside a closed Darwin airport this morning.
I was meant to fly out yesterday morning, which was obviously not happening.
With the doors reopening just after midday.
We're very fortunate that most of our damage was like everybody else. Trees are down and some minor damage. The runways held up extremely well.
But in Fina's wake, travel delays are still expected.
Pretty disruptive day, but yeah, we're underway.
Darwin now out of the danger zone as Fina marches on.
Mining can be thirsty work, and in South Australia's outback, mining giant BHP uses more than 33 million litres of water a day at its Olympic Dam site. That water comes from the Great Artesian Basin, use that traditional owners say has damaged and in some cases dried up outback springs that are both environmentally and culturally important.
To an outsider, the outback can seem harsh and unforgiving. But growing up on this land, Arabana elders Betty Larkins and Joe Hull say they had plenty.
Or if we ran out of water in Finna Springs, we would come to the next spring. Yeah.
Life off the southern shores of Katitanda Lake Eyre is fed from the freshwater springs that dot the landscape. For the elders, returning to those springs now causes heartache.
It's like kicking in the gut, ripping your heart out or whatever. It's really sad.
But the saddest thing at the moment, you can see algae in there, and that was never, ever been.
The springs are fed from the Great Artesian Basin, a massive underwater resource covering around 22% of the Australian continent. First Nations people have relied on these waters for thousands of years, and with colonisation it became an essential water source for settlers, pastoralists and mining operations. The decades of extraction have taken their toll. While some springs still flow, others have completely dried up.
It's not the same. It's sad.
While the Great Artesian Basin has long been used as a water source for agriculture and outback communities, the Arabana are concerned about the high volume of extraction from one of their closest neighbours, BHP's Olympic Dam mine. The Arabana say these dry springs and bores are a direct result of a BHP wellfield just 10 kilometres from here. It extracts more than 4 million litres of water a day, with another wellfield about 60 kilometres away extracting nearly 30 million litres of water. The Arabana are the native title holders for this land, but they have no agreement with BHP over its extraction. Since 2019, they've been in negotiations with the miner for compensation for damage to their cultural sites. But they say there's been little movement.
I just want BHP to come and front us. Come and sit around the table and talk to us and tell us what is going on, and we could explain to them how we feel and they could see.
Zahir McKenzie is an Arabana ranger. His role is to preserve and protect his country. Zahir is younger than the elders, but says even in his years visiting, the springs have deteriorated. He's frustrated negotiations with BHP are taking so long.
I don't think they're not really taking us seriously. I don't think they are. We put it out there, but nothing seems to change. Like, it's just still full bore ahead for them. Pumping water, taking water out.
In a statement to the ABC, BHP says it acknowledges the cultural significance of the Great Artesian Basin and springs to the Arabana people. The company says it's reduced its reliance on the wellfield closest to the springs and will stop taking from that area in the mid-2030s, when there are plans to build a desalination plant to service the region. It says it regularly engages with traditional owners on water use, planning and confidential agreement making. Finnis Springs is a place where the Arabana can gather on their country. Betty and Joe were both born here when it was an old station and mission. It's a place that still holds a deep significance for the Arabana. Many hope an agreement with BHP will help them improve this place so elders and their families can return.
This is where I was born. The thing is, it's nothing like, coming home to country, because it's something that's embedded in your heart,
I'm going on 82, and what my kids what they got, and I just want to leave something from them.
A call to protect the life-sustaining waters of the outback.
You're watching TVWAN News. Later in sports, Hunters train-on squad announced and Rigo Rice Cup season unveiled.
Are you ready to meet the best version of yourself? The one with the bright, confident smile? You've got to take pride in how good you look, how fresh your breath smells, and how great you feel. To boss it at work, to be your best for uni, or to catch the eye of that special someone. You've got to brush up your vibe with whiter, healthier, brighter teeth. Brush up for confidence with Colgate.
Okay. Yep.
Hi.
Yes.
Can I get a loan for my PNV contract?
You need to fill out these forms, these ones, and then you can get back to me. Okay?
Hello? Hello? Anyone? Hi, I'm Kenny. Can I get a loan here?
Not here. Not right now.
Hi, I'm Kenny. Can I get a loan here?
Of course, Kenny. I'll take down your details. I'll help with the credit check.
Thank you.
And I'll help with your business plan.
1 car Kenny. 20 car Kenny. 1000 car Kenny. FinCorp. Fast forward your finance from zero to hero.
Mtambo true lonkarim or salim na simokin. Marijuana or all drugs no good ikam lo overseas or some cocaine or crystal meth. Nupla law or likolim Controlled Substances Act 2021 by making sawe lo you lo baim court fine inap money mark inap lo 2 million kina or go life year calabus. This platok sawe ikam long National Narcotics Bureau. One time Halivim, Willem Australia, Papua New Guinea Law na Justice Partnership.
The NBA on ESPN is happening now. We don't know who's going to catch fire or who will shock the world. We don't know which bucket will break some hearts, who's showing up courtside, if dynasties will ever dynasty again. And we don't know which play will become a poster. But we do know that for tip-off, Christmas, finals, and everywhere in between,
Stop playing with me.
ESPN is your home for hoops.
Welcome to the Evergreen Mansion, Miss Jane.
You know me?
And when I showed him this hotel here, he told me that he really saw huge potential in this place.
What's wrong? Am I the only one who can see the ghost? It's over there!
You are the ghost!
Hello?
You're trespassing.
Oh, dear board. There's no bigger fan than me.
No more thrillers, no more mysteries.
So, in other words, a book that won't make any money.
We've already paid her a handsome advance for another Gideon novel.
Think of it as a writing retreat. A new Gideon novel would be worth much more than just the advance.
Guess you could call me a captive audience.
Well, you know what they say, write what you know.
Silent night, fatal night.
Welcome back. The PNG Hunters Board and management and staff have announced the next generation of young talent for positions in the SP PNG Hunters side to compete in the 2026 Host Plus Cup.
Some notable inclusions in this year's squad are Lace Next Tigers Grand Final winning trio Carlos Lung, Kevin Yako, and Jaron Pitton. Exciting young halves Felix Becky and Joel Geller have also been listed on the trade-on squad and will be pushing veterans Jamie Mavoko and George Lau for spots in the final 30. Veterans Benji Kot Kozabandi and Eliza Rotinga are also progressing well in their rehabilitation from long-term injuries and should return to the main squad and provide coach Aiton some experience and depth. Once again, 6 junior Kumuls will be offered the opportunity to train with the squad full-time and improve their skills and fitness, further strengthening the pathways. On the outer are Robert Mathias, Epel Capinias, Garo Voro, and Finley Glare, who have joined PNG Kumuls coach Jason Demetrio and former hunter Moria Moria at the London Broncos. Along with these two are former hunters Solowane and Judah Rimbu, who have also recently signed with the Brisbane Tigers. This brings a total of 4 ex-hunters at the Brisbane Tigers, as well as 4 ex-hunters currently at the Central Capras for the 2026 Host Plus Cup season. And while the loss of these players may be seen as a setback in the short term, it also opens up a number of spots for some of the exciting young players to come through and showcase their talents from the Digital Action Mobile Cup competition. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
Vipers Academy rising star, junior Cody Vevrai, has retained his spot in the under-18 boys team for the 2025 Cairns and Townsville Tour. Standing at 192 centimeters and weighing 70 kilograms, the promising 16-year-old rugby league talent of Gulf and Central parentage is currently in grade 8 at Philip Haravura Primary in Gerehu. Cody will turn 17 on November 27th while on tour in Queensland.
Cody is an exciting young talent who is making significant strides in his young career so far and is set to raise eyebrows again this year after his impressive performance in last year's inaugural Queensland tour. Having maintained his form in this year's NCD Schools Rugby League competition, Cody has earned his place on merit and is one of 6 returning players selected for the 2025 tour. Reflecting on his aspiration, Cody credits his father, a former rugby league player in their village, as his main influence.
My dad used to play rugby, so I follow him to play rugby. I have my little friend at home, Kaden, used to follow me and we used to play together. We went to training and play touch. Yes. I started playing in schoolboys and they selected me in the Academy Vipers.
Cody's rugby league journey began in his early years and blossomed through the schoolboys program, making the Vipers Academy side last year, and traveling to Cairns for the inaugural tour was a milestone and a dream come true. His talent caught the eyes of the Queensland Cowboys scouts, earning him a train and trial opportunity with the academy side. However, recent changes in the Cowboys' pathway management have temporarily put this on hold.
I'm looking forward to going down this year to improve and do a lot of things to improve the Cowboys to select us again. The PNG Chiefs, the Hunters, yeah, it's my goal and dream to play in NRL.
Looking ahead, Cody aspires to play for the PNG Hunters and the Kumals and aims to transition to the PNG NRL Chiefs in 2028. His biggest supporter is his mother, who believes in his potential to shine on the national stage. She also thanked the Port Moresby Vipers Academy and NCD Governor Powers Parker for their continued support of young rugby talent.
Number one supporters, and especially, as a mother, I have a big support for my son and I trust him. And I thank this school rugby league for their opportunity for our children. So, yeah, I have no doubt. I believe in my son. And he'll be 17 down there. So he's fortunate that he has his 2 birthdays down at another country.
Oh,
so
okay.
Thank God for that. And, yeah.
Wow.
So he'll be 17 down there. On the 27th. So.
The Under-18 Vipers Academy will meet Trinity Bay State High School on Wednesday before heading to Townsville to meet the Blackhawks Academy Under-17 side this Friday. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The Rigo Rice Cup 2025 to 2026 will have 5 legs and will start on the weekend and end in April 2026. These 5 legs will run in a similar format to last year, leading into the final.
At the launch of the KCK Rigo Rice Cup 2025 to 2026 on Friday, the competition executives highlighted the significant improvement of the tournament. CEO of the competition, Steve Polly, said not only do they tighten up the key bylaws of the tournament and improve the prize money for the winning teams, Polly said they have also expanded the game to a 5-leg competition. He said each leg will be run in a manner in which most grassroots in NCD and central provinces are allowed to play their best football.
This season is leg 1 and Lotus. Leg 2 is purely Motokoja and Central. Why we put in really Motokoja and Central? Because you're looking more plain on it. You are looking talent, the game don't go nice. When you start to mix around with people from other regions, now it's our own back. So this season, we got to the leg 2 and purely Motokoja and Central. And then we have leg 3, Northeast, Southside of leg 4. And then we got that PNG leg 5, and then we got other teams for PNG will come via no Queensland or Cup finals.
The CEO of the competition further said they had only one team travelling in from Lae for the final leg of the competition last year. This time around, they are expecting teams from other provinces to join the competition in the final leg.
2 teams coming from Hagen, confirmed. No problem of 5th leg, and I think that all the right coming in. The Civic Pride coming again this year. I'm expecting a good turnout for the PNG leg. Not like the last year in this team, that beginning of the competition, but people play must be private. This one is going to be a well-organized one that we're looking for.
Sponsor of the tournament and owner of Rigo Rice, Jeffrey Kennedy, said, "This is about giving grassroots in NCD and Central and wider PNG an opportunity to play and win big prize money so that they can do something better for themselves with the money."
So we believe also prize money at the grand final is more than enough to give each one of them a start in whatever dreams that they have in this business also. So that's the main reason why we always willing to step up and start prize money.
Kennedy added that when they first introduced the tournament last year, many critics said it would never last. He said the competition is now into its 2nd successive years and will continue to grow. He urged the rugby league community, football fans and enthusiasts to support the competition's growth. Rex Litter, TV1 Sports.
The NRL has announced the draw for the 2026 Rugby League World Cup, with the pools confirmed for the men's, women's and wheelchair competitions. 3 tournaments, 14 nations, 26 teams, 53 matches, 31 days. The most competitive, ambitious and anticipated Rugby League World Cup will be played across 3 countries and 9 host cities.
The draw for the 2026 events to be held in October and November next year was announced on Friday, alongside the competition structure for the men's, women's and wheelchair competitions. Brisbane Suncorp Stadium will host the final for the men's and women's tournaments on Sunday, November 15. Wollongong Wynn Entertainment Centre will host the wheelchair final on Friday, November 13. International Rugby League Chairman Troy Grant believes the international game has never been more competitive. A World Cup is about more than international glory. The biggest stars on the planet will put everything on the line for their country, and fans will experience a level of passion and intensity that very few events can rival, both on and in the stands. Group A teams will each play 3 matches against each other in Group A. Group B and Group C teams will each play 3 games against its teams in the adjacent group. The men's tournament will kick off at Allianz Stadium on Thursday, October 15, with the heavyweight clash between the top 2 world-ranked teams, the Kangaroos and the Kiwis. The opening weekend will feature a clash between England and Tonga at Perth's HBF Park on Saturday, October 17. The Kangaroos will then face Fiji at Suncorp Stadium on Sunday, October 25, and the Cook Islands at Queensland Countrybank Stadium on Saturday, October 31. The group stage culminates with a match between Pacific Giants, Tonga and Samoa at Combank Stadium on Sunday, November 1. The top 2 teams from Group A will progress to the semi-finals, while the top 2 teams from a combined table of Group B and Group C will progress to the semi-finals. Men's matches will be played across Sydney, Port Moresby, Perth, Newcastle, Christchurch, Brisbane, Wollongong, Gold Coast and Townsville. The women's tournament will kick off on Friday, October 16, with a clash between the all-conquering Australian Jillaroos and Samoa at Combank Stadium. Each team will play 3 matches against other teams in their group. The top 2 teams from each group will progress to the semi-finals. Women's group matches will also be played across Sydney, Port Moresby, Perth, Newcastle, Christchurch, Wollongong and the Gold Coast. Newcastle's McDonald Jones Stadium and Sydney Allianz Stadium will host a double-header semi-finals across the men's and the women's tournaments. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The Fiji Water Flying Fijians have held on to win their last game on tour as they beat Spain 41-33 in front of a sold-out Estadio Ciudad de Malaga. The Flying Fijians ran in 5 tries with a double to halfback Simeon Kurivoli, Elia Madakaivata, Mesake Doge and Georgi Nasova. Fly half Isaiah Armstrong-Ravula had an excellent day on the kicking tee, converting 5 goals as well as 2 penalties.
Spain struck first through halfback Estonisa Laubey before Thai Kanavata crashed over 4 minutes later to tie them up at 7-all. Juta Vaini Colo was dangerous every time he held the ball in hand, darting through the Spanish defense with ease as he gifted Corovoli with his first try. Both teams scored twice in the first half, but Spain went into the break leading 15-14 after a 56-meter penalty kick from Gonzalo Lopez Bontempo that had the home crowd jumping to their feet. Corovoli got the second try in the 48th minute to get the Fijians into the lead before Bay intercepted a pass from Peter Gas Sowakula to run through untouched. Spain utilized the powerful boot of Bontempo to keep them out of reach with some powerful penalty kicks from the side. The Flying Fijians were able to defend their line in the last 5 minutes as Spain used their forwards to try and claim the first win. Hooker Kaya Tagivetava finally made his debut for Fiji only to be sent out 40 seconds later for taking out a player in the air. At full-time, Fiji held on to take out the match 41 points to 33. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And now, the weather. In regional forecast, southern Port Moresby, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Daru and Alotau, fine to partly cloudy with few chances of brief showers. Momase, Lei, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. In Madang and Vanimo, cloudy periods with rain or rain showers and thunderstorms. To the New Guinea Islands, all centers, cloudy periods with rain or rain showers and thunderstorm, except Buka, which is mostly cloudy with rain or rain showers and thunderstorm. And the Highlands region, Mount Hagen, cloudy periods with rain or rain showers and thunderstorms. Ocean forecast for PNG areas for the next 24 hours. Coral Sea, sea smooth to slight with east to southeasterly winds of 5 to 10 knots. Solomon Sea, seas moderate to rather rough at times with south to southwesterly winds of 10 to 20 knots, increasing to 25 knots. Bismarck Sea, seas moderate to rather rough with northwesterly winds of 10 to 20 knots, reaching 25 knots. Pacific Ocean, seas rather rough to very rough with northwest to westerly winds of 15 to 25 knots, increasing to 34 to 47 knots. And coastal waters forecast, waters of Madang to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border, seas 1 to 2 meters rising to 3 meters along the warning areas, and waters of Manus and its western group of islands, seas 1.5 to 2 meters rising to 3 meters. And that wraps up the news tonight. Pleasant viewing. Good night.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Okay. Yep.
Hi.
Yes.
Can I get a loan for my PNV contract?
You need to fill out these forms, these ones, and then you can get back to me. Okay?